Hello and welcome to the Passion Show. My name is Phil and joining me as always is my co-host Kyle.
Hello.
And this week we have a returning guest. We have Jamie Logan.
Thanks very much for having me again.
So in today's episode, we're talking about Call of Duty.
Bit of a different topic to usual. We don't really talk about many games, do we?
No, not really. Not
But
for a while.
I've played Call of Duty for a long time. I think we all have. We all grew up with it.
Jamie's
Yeah, for sure.
pretty avid fan, aren't you?
Oh yeah, something like that anyway.
So why don't we start with talking about all of our first Call of Duty experiences. So Jamie, why don't you start us off?
Oh sure. So this was like before I had Xbox Live and stuff.
Yeah.
I was just playing like the old Call of Duties like COD 4, World at War, just split screening against my brother and my sister and stuff. And obviously I didn't really understand it too much. I was just like find a person and shoot. And eventually I got online and stuff and started playing multiplayer.
Was this on like COD 4?
Oh yeah, like COD 4, World at War, just that kind of like, that era of Call of Duty, I guess.
Where did you start, Kyle?
I think my first experience was Modern Warfare 2. It was similar to what Jamie was saying. It wasn't online. It was like more when I went to sleepovers and my friends had it. So we were playing split screen.
I think my first COD was Black Ops, so I'm a bit later than yous. But I'm the same as you, Kyle. Like, I remember, because I was used to say I don't like first-person shooters. I don't know why. Never played them, didn't like them. And then two of my mates, Anthony and Joey, the little name drop there, they were like, they'd just got Black Ops as it came out because they'd just got Xboxes, and I think we were in like year 7 at the time. And they were like, you have to get this game, you have to get an Xbox, it's amazing, it'll change your life. And I was like, nah, I don't like first person shooters. So they managed to convince me to bring it around to like a sleepover. I'm not messing. The first game I played, I was on a map called Firing Range on Black Ops, and I fell in love with it like straight away. And we were playing like combat training just against like the computers and stuff, just sitting in that little tower on Firing Range. Oh god, and like the music from the menu always just takes me back to like that moment specifically. So that's
nostalgia trip for sure.
Yeah. COD's big for like nostalgia,
I think that's what sustains it, to be honest.
Yeah, especially as they go through slightly not as good iterations of the game.
Not name dropping any Advanced Warfare.
I never played that one. I missed 2 of them. I didn't get Advanced Warfare or Ghosts.
You're very fortunate.
You were like really into like the YouTube side of it, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Like when I was like 14 and stuff, I was in like sniping clans and we just like put out montages and stuff like that. You can actually still find some of my old clips on YouTube.
Whoa.
Do you want us to link that in the bio or not?
You know what? Go for it. Because it's all PG. There's no shouting or raging. It's just clips of me killing people with a sniper.
No nasty COD rage.
Yeah, exactly.
Family friendly content.
Yeah, exactly. Like obviously I was like 14 at the time. It was just get home from school, jump on with whoever's on, just like go for some clips and stuff. That was it. That was my life for like 4 years.
Yeah, I used to just do that, like go home straight away, go upstairs, go on the Xbox, and I'd play Call of Duty until I went to bed, basically.
You're in clans. What does that like entail?
Obviously, so it's like sniper clans and stuff. You obviously the gamer tag change and stuff. So you're all looks good in that. You're all in the same clan. And then you're just like, you'll literally just try to hit clips and then send them over to whoever's the editor or whatever, and then they'll edit it and put it in a montage.
When you say clip, do you mean like a good like gaming moment?
Yeah,
that you've recorded?
for us it was like feeding, we called it, which is like trying to get consecutive kills on the feed really quickly, usually with a sniper. Obviously it's evolved a lot since then, but just like getting a quad feed, which is like 4 undisturbed kills on the feed.
Yeah, as the feed rolls of every kill, you have like 4 interrupted ones. I know my COD stuff.
Yeah, that's the one. So we just do that, and then eventually it's like going for trick shots and stuff, which is like just doing 720 spins off of ladders and stuff like that, and trying to no scope people.
I think that was one of the fun things about COD, is that you could make your own fun out of it. Like I remember when it got to the point where I'd played Black Ops for like days, where I had like days logged on it. I'd used every gun. I was just bored, and I'd say to my mates like, just give me a random gun and a random like combo, like attachment combo, and I'll just try and use it and see what I get. You know what I mean? Just try and
Nice.
have fun.
In terms of like making your own fun, I'm terrible at the game, so like I can't really.
Make it fun for us.
Yeah, I make it fun for other people, but also like to get fun from it when you're bad at the game, I like go out of my way to like troll people. So like if I'm playing like hardcore where you can kill your teammates, I kill my teammates.
You
like,
did you do that straight away?
Yeah, I just like go to the back of the map and just like fucking shoot down score streaks, like or anything like that. So yeah, like, I've always got like a riot shield or a fucking rocket launcher on me.
Well, we're on the topic. Me and my friend Nathan often have quickscope matches with Kyle, and he decides halfway through it because me and Nathan are just absolutely smashing him on it. He'll just pull out a rocket launcher.
So yeah, they'd be beating me like 20 kills to none on this like sniper only game, and I'd just
whip out the rocket launcher
or stop punching them or something like that. Yeah.
Nathan doesn't get angry, but I'm just on a different wavelength of like required anger management attention, because Kyle will back me up here when I say I rage, even though it's a joke. I still just rage.
That's a big part of Call of Duty as well. Like
yeah,
like people getting like really angry. Like I know a lot of people like growing up like destroyed their controllers. Have you guys destroyed any controllers?
I didn't destroy any controllers, but the way I used to play on my Xbox, basically I was lying on my bed with my feet up against the wall, right? And every time I'd get killed, I'd just like boot the wall. Like I just proper hit it. And now in that room there's just a massive crack down the wall where it's just, I know the paint's chipped just from where my foot would just like smack it.
I had my chair in the corner of my room and my TV in front of me, and I just used to punch my wall to the left of me. And you know, thinking about it, I don't know how I didn't break my knuckles. My mum actually used to like scream up at like 2 in the morning, and it'd usually be in a very Scottish aggressive accent. Shut the fuck up, like that.
See, I'm terrible at the game, so I just accepted that I was bad. So I've never had to be angry. Like I've never been at a point where I'm achieving so much that it's been ruined.
My Call of Duty experience has been quite weird because I went from being totally into it and totally engrossed for a few games. Like I got Black Ops and then Modern Warfare 3 and then Black Ops 2. And then after that, I just dropped off like completely. So while I was playing those 3 games, I was like, I thought I was sick at COD. Like I was using snipers like you were saying, Jamie. And like, I thought I was really good, and then I dropped off for a couple of games. I got back into it with like COD World War 2, I think, and I was just garbage again. I just couldn't do it. I was so bad.
Honestly, I was very much the same vibe. I did play a bit of Ghost, but I eventually went back to Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And I just kind of stopped buying them, and just like obviously just focused on other hobbies like music and writing. And then I got World War 2 when it came out because my guitarist actually got it, and then. Yeah, just like started playing it all the time, had days played on it. And then I didn't bother with Black Ops 3 or 4 because it was literally just like mini Halo, and I was just like, nah, not about that. But this obviously new one, Modern Warfare, it's like a massive nostalgia trip because you got some old maps on it, some old game modes. You know, it's fun to just run around and snipe on it, and I've got days played on it again, so I've done something right.
And you can also like play with everyone as well on this one.
Yeah,
like,
it's cross-platform.
It's the first COD to like be PlayStation, Xbox, and PC all playing together in games.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like it's made it so much better. Like obviously you'll know, I get to play with my friends on PC or Xbox. It's great.
Yeah, me and Kyle play together, even though I'm on Xbox and he's on PlayStation.
I think all 3 of us have played together at one point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think we did. I'm pretty sure it was during the Shoot House 24/7.
That was the best
a new thing.
I feel like Call of Duty is sort of, it's been in a weird place for a while where they were trying to sort of one up the games that they'd made before, and they were trying to do new things, but people weren't really interested in those things. Like they were going for futuristic aspects, and people don't want that. They were quite adamant about wanting like boots on the ground combat. And I feel like with COD World War 2 and Black Ops 4 to an extent, but Modern Warfare especially, it's really coming back to that classic style of Call of Duty, and just the way it feels, it looks like better, it feels nicer to play, as opposed to like some previous games that let the franchise down a bit, let's say.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's like you know, people are like playing it now. It's got all the best parts from everything they did right, pretty much, in one game. except for the shotguns. They were not done right. And while we're on the topic of that, actually, I do not appreciate getting lasered across the map from a submachine gun when I've got to shoot somebody in the throat with a sniper to kill them. A 50 caliber bullet should blow someone's torso apart, but somehow it just gives a little X on the screen as a hit marker.
Hit marker! That's all I ever hear when I'm playing with him.
Yeah, like, I reckon if Kyle did a shot every time I said hit marker when we were playing Call of Duty for an hour, he would be almost paralytic.
So for those that don't know, a hit marker is where someone gets shot, but it doesn't... When you shoot someone, but it doesn't kill them. So when I'm playing Call of Duty with Jamie, all I ever hear is just him shouting hit marker because he's got a shot on someone where he didn't end up killing them.
Yeah, it's like... it's already hard enough when you're running around on shipment with a 50 caliber full action sniper rifle. If you shoot somebody in the stomach, they shouldn't have guts left.
Yeah, if you shoot a sniper bullet and it goes past someone's arm, it'll still blow their arm off.
But the game would be harder if that was the case.
Yeah. There is realism modes now and stuff like that, but I don't play that. Yeah. Where you don't get hit markers really hard.
It's hardcore, isn't it? It's like you can shoot your teammates.
Yeah.
As Kyle said.
As Kyle's familiar with.
I'm pretty sure he's going to end up jumping on realism mode tonight.
Let's play realism, Jamie.
I played realism on shipment the other day, and I never felt so nauseous about a Call of Duty game mode in my entire existence.
Before we talk about our favourite Call of Duty maps, do you want to talk about shipment for a bit, Jamie?
Oh yeah, sure. So shipment is the one map that keeps coming back on Call of Duty games that nobody's actually asked for. And sure, it was great on like Modern Warfare, the original one, COD 4. Just in nostalgia reasons and stuff. So when they started bringing it back in like World War II and stuff, it just wasn't the same because they've changed tiny details of the map.
Yeah.
Obviously the weapon balancing's all different and the spawns and stuff. Spawning in front of someone when they're camping in the corner is not particularly fun.
The spawn points in Modern Warfare are a bit ridiculous.
Yeah, like on the new one, like especially like the new version of shipment, they've opened crates and everything. People can camp on top of crates. They've done everything in their power to just ruin the nostalgia of that map.
Do you want to tell us what a camper is for the listeners?
A camper is a person who might as well just put their controller down because all they do is sit in one tiny corner in the game and spray people down as they run past. They usually actually have claymores or something like that down. Which, if you don't know what a claymore is, it's essentially an explosive you place, and if someone even runs past it, it just blows their body across the map. So
you can just protect your behind basically while you're just chilling with a sniper.
Chill with a sniper or a riot shield is usually the riot shield.
So yeah, what are your guys' favourite Call of Duty maps?
I mentioned one before, firing range on Black Ops.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Firing range was great. Like I think just for nostalgia as well. I just love it. It looks so nice. It plays so well.
Yeah.
There's different sections. Obviously Nuketown.
Nuketown's
fan favourite. Classic map.
Map they've probably ever put out on Call of Duty, I think.
It's like small but not too small like shipment.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
It still lends itself to gameplay, and despite having so many iterations, and despite like guns changing and games changing, it still is pretty consistently a well played map. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's been in 3 games now, is it? Or 4 games?
It's probably been in 4. Black Ops 1, 2, 3 and 4, was it?
And it was also in Zombies as well.
I don't know if it was in Black Ops 4.
I didn't
play Black Ops 4, but it was definitely in 3.
Yeah, but it was a Zombies map as well.
Zombies, obviously, I forgot about that.
We haven't even talked about Zombies. I loved Zombies.
Oh yeah.
Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 Zombies were the best, particularly Black Ops 1, I think.
I think Black Ops 1 as well.
I think Black Ops 2, but I'm always a fucking counter argument, aren't I?
A lot of people do say that Black Ops 2 and 3 are like the peak of it though, but I thought the story just went too mental. They started off with like a hidden story basically of how the zombies came about, and it used to be like hidden in like radios that you could press X on and get a little bit of information. But as the zombies in Call of Duty carried on game to game, it just got way too complex. There was way too many characters, and they just sort of shit the bed and didn't know what they were doing.
And it didn't tell you what to do either. It wasn't like a linear game. It was just like you have to trial and error.
Figure it out.
It wasn't a nice way to play a game, I don't think, in my opinion.
Nah, I think the good thing about early Zombies was you were just trying to survive. It was like a survival mode.
Exactly.
And then they just added too much story and stuff where if you got to a certain round, you needed to be at this part of the story to be, essentially to have the equipment that you'd need.
To sort of round things off, what is like your favorite Call of Duty or like your favorite couple?
Oh, I'm gonna go for Black Ops 2 because
Black
it's
Ops 2?
definitely the one I put the most time into. Favorite map of all time was Raid because it was just, the players were so predictable.
Yeah.
There was just so many cool spots, and that game, I think it's where Call of Duty peaked before it dropped off.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think that was sort of like the start.
Yeah.
It was
It wasn't the start of the end, but it was the end of.
peak Call of
Yeah.
Duty.
Like even like YouTube blew up with Black Ops 2, and then early stages
yeah,
of
I
Ghost,
remember
it
that.
just started dipping off.
Yeah.
I remember watching YouTubers and they literally, like, there was this one guy, I think I've mentioned him on the podcast before, but he was called BTR Slowburn, and I think he was Scottish as well, ironically. But he loved like Black Ops and the sniping and that because he was a sniper. And as each game went on, he was just getting more and more disappointed to the point where he was like, "I don't like ghosts. I'm quitting YouTube," and he just did.
Aw.
He just gave up
Yeah,
because
that's
Call
the
of Duty
thing,
let him
it's like-
down.
It's like anything, if you, pun intended, lose your passion for something, you don't want to keep pushing it anymore. And
Yeah.
Call of Duty is one of those things that is essentially determined by the developers.
Yeah.
Like, you're thinking on the lead up to each game, am I still going to be doing this in a year because this next game might be absolutely terrible?
Yeah. I think
It's kind of like working a job you don't like.
yeah, it's just you feel like you should like it, but you just don't, and you wanna force yourself to like it in some way.
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly.
I think my favorite Call of Duty is Black Ops, the first one, just for nostalgia reasons at this point. Like, and it's the one that I've put the most time into, the one that I like. I was the best on that. Or Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1 or 2. I'm gonna give it 2.
Black Ops series wins. I think that's
Yeah.
hey,
I'd probably say Black Ops 1 or 2 as well.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the best.
sorry to not be
mean-
original, but
I mean, a lot of Modern Warfare 2 players would completely disagree with that,
Yeah.
but I just wasn't on the Modern Warfare 2 nostalgia
Yeah, we're not.
bandwagon.
we're not that age demographic, are we?
Not
Like,
quite,
we're a bit older than
exactly.
us. Yeah.
Still appreciate it for the, I guess, masterpiece it was, because it was
Yeah.
a very good
Yeah,
game.
it was a
But
brilliant game.
If you do want to get into Call of Duty now, I genuinely think it's quite a good time because Modern Warfare is quite good. So if anyone is thinking of getting Call of Duty, give it a go. Can't be that expensive now.
I think I'm pretty sure it's like actually been on sale and stuff lately
Yeah.
because they are just trying to get as many people on it now that they've got the battle pass system and stuff, which
Yeah.
is another the fact they got rid of loot boxes was obviously a big win because the past few games had the loot boxes, which fans of EA games will know is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I think they're on the right lines. I think another game will sort of judge where Call of Duty goes. The next game will sort of determine that.
Yeah, if there's a jetpack, I'm done.
I think we're sort of running out of time now, so we'll have to wrap it up here, I think.
Cool.
Sounds. So thanks as always to Kyle for being my co-host. Thanks to Jamie for coming on and talking about Call of Duty for a bit.
Thanks very much, mate.
If you have any passions yourself that you want us to talk about, feel free to leave them in the comments below.
Or hit us up in the DMs if you want to come on the show yourself.
Yeah, if you want to come on the show and talk about what you're passionate about, we're always looking for guests. So other than that, we'll see you next time.
Have a good day.
See ya.
Bye.